What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, my fighters? I'm One Eye Bright, also known as PT. Don't know if I'm winking or blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about The Walking Dead, and is Aaron in danger? Spoiler warning for all things Walking Dead. Well, Aaron got a lot more screen time in the past 2 episodes, and maybe even the next episode as I make this video. But you see a lady in a red dress there behind Aaron, and it makes me wonder about the red theory. And yes, I'm well aware it's a theory. It's not 100% accurate, but does this build the case for Aaron? So we saw Aaron at Alexandria, and we saw 2 workers rocking kind of red outfits around him. So again, we got to talk about the red theory a little bit here. I know if you're for it or against it. Some people believe the Red Lantern, some people don't believe this, and that's all right. But Aaron is a character that I think could die. He's got a lot of people thinking that he could get the comic Rick death, but we know that he was in Alexandria to represent Alexandria. Pamela Milton, Lance Hornsby, they are definitely building something with this character. We do think that somebody's going to get the comic Rick death. Why not Aaron, right? So Aaron is there. We see people in red outfits in the scenes he's there. We see flowers on the table. They got some red tint to it. It's ultimately something that makes sense that Aaron could get killed off in part 2, or more likely part 3. Or from what I'm hearing and seeing, that a lot of the cast make it to the very end of the series, because we've only lost Alden so far in part 2. And that's kind of weird for The Walking Dead, right? I mean, we have lost characters for going off on different shows and different things, but Aaron connecting with Lance Hornsby could be his final thing. Lance could be the death of Aaron, right? Because Aaron is the representative for Alexandria, and Lance wants Alexandria for himself. So will Aaron get in the way of that? Possibly, potentially, probably. We all know that Lance has a screw loose here at the end of the episode with the walker coming towards him. The symbolism, I see that the walker is walking towards him, and then the walker gets shot in the back kind of thing. I don't know if it's editing or a mistake or symbolism, but is Lance going to backstab Aaron and try to at least take him out? Because Lance has got to do something to become a villain, right? We don't really have a true villain in part 2 yet, so why not Lance? It makes sense because Lance could be the character that sets up some things, causes problems for our group, and why not Lance trying to take out Aaron? Now, Aaron could survive, he could die, but what do you think, guys? Do you think Aaron is in danger? Well, let's look at the most recent episode as I made this video, or I'm making this video and posting it online. Walking Dead Season 11, Episode 13, Aaron is a big focal point of the episode. He goes to the Commonwealth Church where he sees Father Gabriel. It's definitely something that they're highlighting Aaron for the story, and when smaller characters get more story, you know, we have to worry about them. Is it the red doors? Is it the red bricks on the church? Is he in danger? I think so. Father Gabriel's going to make it to the end, but what about Aaron? We see the woman in the red dress right there, Matrix reference, right? Or it's something that, warning, Aaron is in danger. Could be, won't be. I know it's just a fun discussion. Either way, relax. It's not that serious. All the haters like, it's just a color, bro. It sure is, and there's some validity to it. But Aaron is kind of surrounded by red more and more and more. So is it just danger, caution? Could be just that Aaron, the trip's not going to go well, as we know it doesn't. When they go to Riverbend, it doesn't pan out the way it should. Maybe the red is just a warning. Look up symbolism. The red shirt right here, red shirt, Star Trek, red shirt, it's a real thing. Look it up, that's for sure. Jesse was a red shirt, boop, gone, dies in the episode. Toby Carlson is a crazy character. I would have loved to see him, and maybe we do see him for a couple episodes, but I would love to have seen him earlier on to see the character development. Father Gabriel and Aaron are great, and their story. We do think that Father Gabriel and Aaron, one of them could die. We see that Father Gabriel makes it to the end of the series, but we haven't seen Aaron in the recent filming at the end of the series. We just don't know about it. Now, Aaron is a character that would be a sad death, so why doesn't it happen, right? The tint that we see here has a reddish tint to it. The saturation of color is kind of a red look. Warning, danger, definitely something there, and we know that the trip doesn't go well, so it kind of was showing that. Aaron didn't die, which is good, and I hope he doesn't die, but we're just a fun discussion here. It's a discussion video. Really, all our videos are discussion videos. It's good to see some great actors coming into The Walking Dead, even if it's for one episode. And I do love all the callbacks, connections, Easter eggs, and maybe that's what this was. With the phone, the skulls in the back, we have a whole separate Easter egg video if you want to go check it out. But I can't help but think that Aaron, I would say Aaron or Father Gabriel are in danger, But we know that Father Gabriel makes it to the end of the series, and we're trying to figure stuff out. Aaron is going to have a showdown, or at least should have a showdown with Toby Carlson, and I think Toby is going to be taken out because who's more important? Some guy, Toby, that we just saw in an episode, or Aaron that we've seen since season 5? People are expendable. People have plot armor, that's for sure. It should be a good showdown, and I hope it's a good, rewarding showdown between Toby and Aaron if it happens in next week's episode or a following episode for that too. So we're breaking down the stuff that we already saw on AMC Plus. If you're an episode behind on AMC, you'll get to see all this eventually. But if Aaron lives, who do you think dies? Who do you think gets the comic Rick and or the comic The White Death? Do we get them at all? But Aaron books it in the woods and runs pretty far back to the road where Maggie, Elijah, and Lydia were, and the episode ends with a final shot of Aaron shutting the door. And then tune in next week when we see Maggie and Aaron patrolling the hallways and taking over. So this is next week's episode. So we see that Maggie and Aaron are working together, and I guess they're going to take out Commonwealth troopers and, you know, have a showdown with the Commonwealth. So we're going to see Maggie doesn't buy into the Commonwealth, but Aaron needs the Commonwealth. So for Alexandria. And also, this has to be Aaron picking up the Desert Eagle that we saw Toby had in his hand on the roof, and there should be a big showdown here. But the fact that Aaron is going against the Commonwealth here could be bad news for Alexandria, because what's the end game for this? Toby, Carlson, they didn't find the guns, and they probably won't find the guns, but in the trailer, we get to see this shot right here. We see Aaron by a school bus, and we know it's going to be Aaron, Father Gabriel, and most likely Daryl going to this location. And this is the same spot where you see Daryl fighting one of the Commonwealth soldiers, and then Aaron has the gun. So what's going on here? We haven't seen this just yet. And then also we see Father Gabriel and Aaron, who are very much alive, with the Commonwealth soldiers. So they should both survive. Well, we know, again, Father Gabriel makes it to the end of the series. 6 months later, and again, that's not Lydia in the back to me. I think that's some other person in the blue shirt. We have a whole different topic about Lydia, but it looks to be the same time area, the way it's shot, the coloring too, that I don't know who the guy is there, but we know that Daryl comes over to the wall and talks to Maggie. Looks to be the same time, and we can't really see. We pan out a little to the right, and then we don't really see where Aaron and Father Gabriel come from, but we don't know what happens with Maggie to really set things off against the Commonwealth, besides she didn't want their help. But what happens with Toby and Lance and stuff there? Is it something connected with the crate, the weapons? Did Maggie take them? Did Leah take them? Can't wait to find out. But is Aaron in danger of dying this season? I think he makes it to part 3. We just don't know, but we'll have to see how it goes down. Let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. Stay safe. And as always, tell them Daryl.